My beloved child, pause. Right now. Not because you are weak, but because I am near. You didn't find this by chance. I have been threading my voice through your noise like a needle through cloth, and I have brought it to the exact tear in your heart you never show anyone. The reason you feel that sudden stillness, even while everything around you keeps moving, is because I just stepped into the room. Here is the image I want you to hold. Your soul has been trying to breathe through a closed door, and I am the one opening it. The enemy has not been winning by destroying you. He has been winning by wearing you down, keeping you busy enough to forget you are loved, loud enough to miss, my whisper tired enough to stop expecting goodness. But I am interrupting that cycle tonight. I saw the moments you kept going with no applause. I saw you carry responsibilities that weren't written on your job description, burdens that weren't meant for your back, expectations that weren't meant for your mind. And I am telling you, with holy certainty, you are not behind. You are not being punished. You are being built quietly, deeply, on a foundation that won't crack later. So do one simple thing with me. Place your hand on your chest and breathe slowly, one breath in, one breath out. Let your body learn what your spirit already knows. You are safe with me. And if you want to mark this moment, type I am here, Lord, or 7007 in the comments, just as a witness between you and me that you didn't scroll past the door I opened. Stay with me. In the next moments, I am going to name the battles you've been fighting that were never assigned to you, so your peace can come home again. My child, your body has been speaking the truth your mouth keeps trying to swallow. Here is the image you have been living like a lamp, with no oil, still trying to shine, but burning yourself to do it. Your shoulders stay tight. Your sleep doesn't repair you. Even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. I saw you sit in your car for 1 extra minute, staring forward because walking into your own home felt like walking into another demand. Listen to me. This is not laziness. This is not weakness. This is overload. You have been carrying what I never assigned, worry for tomorrow, pressure to be everything, the weight of other people's expectations, and your body has been translating it in the only language it can speak, headaches that won't fully leave a tight chest, a stomach that knots, a mind that races at night, the sudden fear when the phone rings or another bill arrives. You keep calling it life, but I call it a signal, a holy alarm telling you this is too much for one human soul. And I want you to hear me clearly. I am not watching you struggle from a distance. I am not asking you to push through like you're a machine. I am a father. I am a shepherd. And I do not drive my sheep until they collapse. I lead them beside still waters, and I restore their soul. So I am giving you one act of obedience right now. Slow down. If you are walking, soften your pace. If you are sitting, let your back be supported. Breathe in slow and deep. Hold for a moment. Exhale longer than you inhaled. As you exhale, whisper, Jesus, I give you what I cannot carry. Not as a line, as a handoff. As a child finally setting down a weight that was never meant to be their identity. I am the great physician. I do not only calm symptoms, I touch the root. I am speaking peace to your nervous system. I am teaching your muscles to unclench. I am reminding your heart that it does not have to sprint to be worthy. You do not have to perform to deserve my care. You are my child, tired, yes, but not forgotten, not failing, not alone. If this is speaking to you, press like your quiet yes in the middle of your tiredness. And subscribe to this channel so you don't have to find your way back to peace alone. Let these words keep meeting you when the days get heavy, until your strength returns and your soul remembers how to breathe again. Stay close. Your fatigue is not your identity. It is a signal, and I am answering it. My beloved, I know the place where you smile in public and bleed in private. Here is the image you have been walking through crowded rooms with an empty chair inside you. You learned to be fine, to be useful, to be the strong one. And then, the moment you needed loyalty, the room went quiet. Someone you trusted switched sides. Someone you covered exposed you. Someone you helped treated you like you were disposable. That sting wasn't just emotional, it was spiritual, because betrayal always tries to rewrite your worth. But I am telling you the truth, their exit did not reduce you. It revealed what was never safe. I was there when you asked, why did I give so much and receive so little? I was there when you replayed conversations, trying to locate the exact moment you became too much or not enough. And I am here to stop that loop. You are not hard to love. You were just trying to be fed in places that were spiritually empty. Do not let bitterness rent space in you any longer. Not because what they did was acceptable, but because I refuse to let what they did become a throne in your mind. Forgiveness is not calling it right. Forgiveness is refusing to keep bleeding for someone who already left. So here is your one step today. Release the replay. When the memory rises, say, Jesus, you saw it. You judge it. You heal me. Then breathe and let the moment pass without reopening the wound. I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother. I am not embarrassed by your loneliness. I am not intimidated by your scars. In fact, those scars are proof you survived what should have ended you. And I am not just healing you. I am refining your discernment so you don't call distance peace and you don't call attention love. If this is speaking to you, you can join this family by liking and subscribing so you don't have to fight alone in silence. And if you need one sentence to anchor your heart tonight, type, I am never alone. Stay with me. The battles I'm about to reveal are not about you being stronger. They're about you finally being free. My chosen one. Have you wondered why your soul feels like a vessel that can never be filled? You attend the services, you lift your hands in praise, you speak the words of faith. And yet, by the time you reach your front door, the peace you felt has vanished like mist in the morning sun. You are doing all the right things, yet the emptiness remains a hollow echo in the center of your chest. This is because your soul is leaking its energy. Imagine a container meant to hold the living water I pour into you every day. But beneath the surface, there are cracks caused by the constant friction of your own striving. You are giving away what you do not yet possess in abundance. You are pouring out from an empty cup, trying to sustain others when your own foundations are crumbling. I see you trying to be the light for everyone else, while your own flame is gasping for air. You have turned your spirituality into a series of tasks, a checklist of religious duties. But you have lost the intimacy of the secret place where my spirit truly dwells. The leakage occurs because you are standing in the front lines of battles I never commanded you to fight. You have taken it upon yourself to be the savior of your family, the fixer of your friends, and the bearer of the world's sorrows. You absorb the negativity of the news, the toxicity of social media, and the complaints of those around you, and you wonder why your spirit feels heavy. You were never meant to be a reservoir for the world's darkness. You were meant to be a temple for my glory. When you involve yourself in every argument, when you stress over things that are out of your control, and when you allow the opinions of man to weigh more than my word, you are poking holes in your own spirit. Every worry is a leak. Every moment of resentment is a crack. You are losing your power, not because you lack faith, but because you are misdirecting it. You are using your divine energy to fuel earthly anxieties, leaving nothing left for the purpose I have actually called you to fulfill. It is time to plug the leaks. My child, I am calling you back to the center of my will where there is stillness and supernatural replenishment. You do not need to work harder. You need to rest deeper. Stop trying to outrun your problems and start out trusting them. The enemy loves to keep you in a state of holy busyness where you are so occupied doing for me that you never spend time with me. Yielding to me sounds like weakness to the world, but in my kingdom, it is the highest form of strength. It is a posture that says, Holy Spirit, I am not in charge, you are. When you surrender the need to control the outcome of every situation, the cracks in your soul begin to heal. The living water will no longer drain away. It will rise until it overflows, touching everyone around you without exhausting you. You are being trained to handle the weight of a great blessing, but you cannot carry a heavy blessing with a leaking soul. Let me seal the wounds and close the gaps. If you feel the weight lifting as I speak, if you are ready to stop leaking and start living in my fullness type, seal my heart, Lord, in the comments right now to signify your surrender. This weariness you feel is the threshold of a great transformation. You are tired of the old way because the new way is already knocking at your door. You have been fighting with your own hands for too long, but now the Creator of the universe is stepping into the ring. In the moments ahead, I will reveal to you the specific traps the enemy has set, the 7 battles that have been draining your life force, so that you can recognize them and step away. You are not losing. You are being realigned. You are not falling apart. You are falling into my purpose. Trust that every lesson, even the ones learned in exhaustion, is preparing you for the authority you will soon exercise. The silence of my voice in the past season was not abandonment. It was the quiet of a master craftsman focusing on the fine details of your character. Hold on, my precious one, for the revelation of the 7 battles is about to change everything you know about victory. My child, listen closely, for I am about to expose the subtle traps that have kept you in a cycle of frustration and spiritual fatigue. The enemy does not always attack you with obvious darkness. Often he attacks you by luring you into righteous fights that were never meant for you to carry. These are the battles of self-righteousness, where you believe you must defend your own honor or right the wrongs of the world with your own hands. The first battle you must lay down today is the battle of personal revenge. I have seen the fire in your heart when someone treats you unfairly. I have seen the way you rehearse your defense in your head, dreaming of the day they will finally see their error or face the consequences of their actions. But I told you clearly, vengeance is mine. I will repay. When you take up the sword of retaliation, you are stepping off the path of peace and trying to play the judge in your own life. You are wasting your divine energy trying to balance a scale that only I can see in its entirety. Every moment you spend plotting how to get back at someone is a moment you are not moving toward the destiny I have for you. Drop the sword, my beloved. Your silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of your absolute trust in my justice. I see the injustice, and I am already working behind the scenes to vindicate you in a way that will leave no doubt that I am the one who fought for you. The second battle that is draining your life force is the desperate search for human acceptance. You have spent so much of your life trying to be what everyone else needs you to be. You have twisted your personality, silenced your true voice, and exhausted your resources just to receive a nod of approval from people who are just as broken as you are. I ask you now, as my servant did long ago, are you seeking to please men, or are you seeking to please me? For if you were still trying to please men, you would not be my servant. You were never meant to be a puppet of society's expectations. This battle for likes, for validation, and for fitting in is a bottomless pit that will swallow your joy and leave you hollow. People are fickle. They will cheer for you one day and forget you the next. But my love for you is an everlasting covenant that requires no performance. When you stop fighting for the acceptance of those who do not understand your calling, you will finally find the freedom to be exactly who I created you to be. I am the only audience you need. If I am for you, who can truly be against you? Stop looking for your worth in the mirrors of others, which only offer distorted reflections of your true glory. Look into my eyes, where you are seen as perfect, redeemed, and precious beyond measure. The third battle you must abandon is the exhausting need to prove yourself to those who have already decided to misunderstand you. I see you trying so hard to explain your heart, to justify your success, or to prove your worthiness to critics and doubters. You think if you just do a little more or achieve one more goal, they will finally see the light and acknowledge your value. But hear me, you do not owe an explanation to those who are committed to judging you. Your life is not a trial where you are the defendant. I have already declared you not guilty. I have already anointed you for greatness. When you spend your energy trying to convince small-minded people of your big vision, you are throwing pearls before swine. It is a battle that has no victory, because even if you win their approval, you will have lost your soul's peace in the process. You are being called to a higher level, where the opinions of the valley no longer reach the peak of the mountain. Your fruit will be your proof. Your peace will be your testimony. Your success, which I will bring to pass in my perfect timing, will be the only answer your enemies need. Let them whisper, let them doubt, and let them judge. While they are busy talking about you, I will be busy working through you. These three battles, revenge, acceptance, and self-justification, are the heavy chains that have been slowing your progress. They feel like righteous fights because they are about truth and fairness. But they are traps designed to keep you tethered to the earthly realm and distracted from my presence. I am calling you to come up higher. I am calling you to a place of Sabbath rest, even in the midst of the heat of the day. When you yield these battles to me, you are not giving up. You are giving over. You are giving over the heavy lifting to the one who moves mountains with a whisper. You are clearing the space in your soul for the revelation of the next 4 battles, which are even more subtle and dangerous to your spiritual health. But do not fear, for as you listen, you are being strengthened. You are being fireproofed. You are being prepared to handle the weight of the blessing that is already on its way. Stay focused on my voice, for I am leading you out of the wilderness of striving and into the promised land of my grace. The shift has already begun, and the peace that surpasses all understanding is beginning to flow into your heart like a river. Imagine your life as a vessel that has been leaking for years because of these 3 battles. Today, I am sealing those cracks. I am reminding you that you are a child of the King, and royalty does not argue with those who do not understand the crown. You don't have to shout to be heard when I am the one speaking for you. You don't have to push to be seen when I am the one lighting your path. Every time you choose to remain silent in the face of an insult, every time you choose to be kind when you could have been right, and every time you choose my approval over the world's applause, you are winning a victory in the spirit realm. You are building a character that is strong enough to carry the immense wealth, influence, and joy I am about to release. Do not be discouraged by the silence of the past. It was the training ground for the authority of the future. The enemy wants you tired, but I am making you tireless. He wants you offended, but I am making you unshakable. Take a deep breath and let go of the need to be the hero of your own story. Let me be the hero. Let me be the defender. Let me be the provider. Your only job is to remain in me and I in you. The victory is not coming. The victory is already here. My precious one, we must now descend deeper into the remaining 4 battles that the enemy uses to dim your light. He knows that you are a chosen one, and because you carry the spark of my divinity, the darkness of this world cannot stand your presence. The fourth battle you must stop fighting is the war against forgiven sins. I see you waking up in the middle of the night, haunted by the shadows of mistakes you made years ago. You keep dragging the dead weight of your past into the brightness of your present. But hear me. I have already blotted out your transgressions for my own sake, and I remember your sins no more. I took the record of every debt you owed and nailed it to the cross, disarming every ruler and authority that would try to accuse you. When you continue to punish yourself, you are disagreeing with my mercy. You are trying to pay a price that has already been settled in blood. Stop trying to refix what I have already made whole. Every moment you spend in shame is space you don't have for the confidence you need to fulfill your destiny. I have forgiven you. Now you must have the courage to forgive yourself and walk in the liberty of the redeemed. The fifth battle is the subtle trap of excessive busyness, the very snare that caught my daughter Martha while her sister Mary sat at my feet. I see you running from task to task, thinking that your value is tied to your productivity. You believe that if you just work a little harder, serve a little more, and keep your schedule overflowing, you are being righteous. But you are distracted by many things, while only one thing is truly needed. The enemy loves to keep you busy because a busy soul is a deaf soul. If he can't make you bad, he will make you busy so busy that you no longer have the margin to hear my still small voice. You are fighting for a significance that I have already given you as a free gift. I am calling you to the Mary posture, the place of sitting, listening, and being. True power does not come from the noise of your labor, but from the silence of my presence. I would rather have your heart than your to-do list. Let go of the need to be constantly occupied and learn to rest in the rhythm of my grace. For it is in the quiet that I will give you the strategies to win the real wars. Pause for a moment, my child, and feel the truth of these words sinking into your spirit. You are being liberated from the chains of performance and the ghosts of your past. If you can feel the light of this revelation breaking through your darkness, do not let this moment pass without an act of faith. Join this sanctuary of the chosen by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel right now. By doing so, you are not just following a page. You are entering into a covenant of growth with a global family that refuses to let the enemy win. This simple action signals to the spiritual realm that you are choosing to be a Mary in a Martha world, prioritizing the word above the work. Subscribe and signal your agreement with heaven, for as we continue, the secrets I reveal will only become more potent. Do not let the thief steal your focus. Stay anchored to this stream of life and watch as the heaviness begins to dissolve from your soul. The sixth battle you must cease is the battle of truth without love. I see your passion for what is right, but sometimes you use the truth as a weapon to wound rather than a balm to heal. You find yourself in heated arguments, trying to prove your point or correct others with a spirit of judgment. But if you speak with the tongues of men and of angels but have not love, you are nothing more than a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. The enemy wants you to be right, but lonely. He wants you to have the facts, but lose the soul. I am calling you to represent me, and I am love. When you fight people with truth just to win an argument, you are losing the battle for their hearts. Yield the need to be the corrector of the world, and instead be the reflector of my kindness. It is my kindness that leads people to repentance, not your criticism. Let your words be seasoned with salt, and let your silence be filled with my compassion. When you stop fighting to be right, you gain the power to be light. The seventh and final battle is perhaps the most exhausting, taking responsibility for what isn't yours in the attempt to carry the burdens of everyone around you. You have taken the weight of your children's choices, your spouse's moods, and your friends' crises, and strapped them onto your own back. You feel guilty when they suffer, and responsible when they fail. But I tell you, you are not their savior. I am. By trying to carry their cross, you are preventing them from coming to me. You are stepping in the way of the lessons I am trying to teach them. This battle has left you depleted and resentful, yet you continue to carry the load because you think it is your duty. It is not. I am asking you to hand those people back to me. I love them more than you do, Sulkan, and my shoulders are broad enough to carry the weight of the entire world. When you release the responsibility for things you cannot control, you create space for me to move in their lives. Trust me with their souls, and I will restore yours. Darkness hates you because you are starting to understand these secrets. The enemy's greatest weapon is your own misdirected strength. He wants you fighting these 7 battles because as long as you are fighting them, you are not fighting for your true purpose. But today, the light is shining on his tactics. You are a chosen one, not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. I have set you apart to be a vessel of my glory, but a vessel must be empty of self and worldliness to be filled with the Spirit. These 7 battles have been the clutter in your soul, but now I am clearing the house. I am making room for a breakthrough that will not just change your mood, but change your bloodline. If you believe that these chains are falling off right now, type "I believe" in the comments. Let your confession match my promise. You are moving from a season of warfare to a season of worship, and the enemy is powerless to stop the shift that has already begun in your heart. My child, do you realize why the enemy has been so persistent in dragging you into those 7 battles? It is not just to make you miserable. It is a calculated, wicked strategy to keep you from your throne. Satan knows that he cannot take your salvation, for you are sealed by my Spirit. So he tries to take your focus. He wants you so preoccupied with the opinions of people, so burdened by past mistakes, and so exhausted by trying to be everyone's savior, that you have no time to sit in my presence. He knows that in my presence there is a transfer of power. He knows that in the secret place I give you the blueprints for your prosperity and the keys to your healing. By keeping you busy fighting the wrong wars, he effectively silences the voice of your destiny. He wants a noisy life for you so that you can never hear. My whisper, for my whisper is where your miracle begins. He is terrified of your stillness, because a still soul is an unshakable soul. The enemy has been working overtime to place a spiritual blindfold over your eyes and a heavy veil over your heart. He uses the chaos of your daily life, the constant notifications on your phone, and the endless draining demands of your relationships to create a wall of static between your spirit and mine. He is an architect of distraction. He knows that when a chosen one enters into true rest, the very foundations of the dark kingdom begin to shake. This is why your life has recently felt like a series of non-stop crises, one thing after another, never a moment to breathe, never a second to recover. It is a siege intended to wear out the saints and make you believe that I have abandoned you. But I have seen his wicked plan from the beginning, and I have already moved to counter it. While the enemy was busy plotting your downfall, I was busy preparing your comeback. The very weapons he formed to break you are being dismantled at this very moment by the fire of my holiness. Now listen closely, because this is where discernment becomes deliverance. Distraction is rarely loud at first. It starts small. One extra argument you have to win. One more explanation you owe someone. One more late night of worry that pretends to be responsibility. And slowly the enemy steals your altar 1 minute at a time, not with sin you fear, but with urgency you excuse. He does not only tempt you with evil, he drains you with the unnecessary. He trains you to confuse motion with obedience, noise with progress, and busyness with value. But I am breaking that spell. I am restoring holy simplicity to your spirit. I am teaching you to recognize what is not mine by the way it robs you of peace. So here is the deeper truth that will steady you. You are not weak because you are tired. You are tired because you have been loyal to battles I never assigned. And I am not disappointed in you. I am intervening for you. I am not asking you to become harder. I am asking you to become quieter inside so you can hear me again. For my voice does not compete with chaos. My voice leads. My voice heals. My voice orders the storm to sit down. When you return to my presence, you do not return to a feeling, you return to your position. You return to sonship. You return to authority. Even as you listen to my voice, know that you are not alone in the room. I have dispatched legions of angels, warrior spirits of flame and light to surround you and your household. You cannot see them with your physical eyes, but they are there standing guard at every entrance and exit of your life. While you were weeping, they were fighting. While you were sleeping, they were intercepting the arrows of the enemy that were aimed at your mind. There is an intervention happening right now in the spiritual realm that is shifting the atmosphere of your home. These angels are not just protectors. They are messengers of provision and executors of my justice. They are clearing the obstacles from your path, removing the people who were sent to sabotage you, and making straight the way for the blessing that is coming in the next season. You have been fighting with your own limited strength, but now the armies of heaven have taken over. The enemy thought he had you cornered. He thought that by draining your energy through those 7 false battles, he would eventually see you surrender. But he forgot one thing: you are my property. I did not bring you this far to leave you, and I did not call you chosen just to let you perish in the wilderness of exhaustion. The silence you experienced in the last season was not my absence. It was the quiet of the commander of the Lord's army, preparing the final blow against your adversaries. Every prayer you've whispered in the dark, every seed of faith you've sown through your tears has been recorded in the courts of heaven. Now the response is being released. The intervention is here. The wicked plans of the enemy are being turned into a platform for your promotion. As you let go of the wrong battles, my angels are stepping in to finish the right ones. And I want you to understand this with clarity. Angelic intervention does not always feel like fireworks. Sometimes it looks like protection you never noticed. A door that would have destroyed you, closing for no reason. A conversation that didn't happen. A delay that saved your life. A sudden disinterest in what used to hook you. A calm that arrives in the middle of circumstances that haven't changed yet. That is not you getting numb, that is me shielding you. That is me reordering your atmosphere. That is me placing a guard over your mind while you learn to breathe again. So when the enemy tries to pull you back into the old noise, do not panic. Do not chase him. Do not prove yourself. Just return to me. Return to the secret place. Return to the simple obedience of peace. For you are no longer fighting for victory. You are learning to live from victory. The battle belongs to me, and the reward belongs to you. My beloved child, hear the sound of my voice as it echoes through the halls of eternity and vibrates in the very marrow of your bones. Today, I am issuing a divine decree over your life. I am standing in the midst of your chaos, raising my hand against the winds that have buffeted you and shouting into the atmosphere. The ceasefire. I have watched you struggle until your hands were blistered, and your heart was raw. I have seen you try to hold back the tide with nothing but your own fragile strength. But the time for your manual labor is over. I am commanding every storm that has been raging against your mind to be still. I am commanding every weapon formed against you to lose its edge, and every tongue that has risen against you in judgment to be silenced by the weight of my glory. This war you have been fighting in the flesh, the struggle for survival, the desperate fight for recognition, the grueling battle against lack is no longer your concern. I am relieving you of your duty as a soldier of the world so that you can become a witness of the kingdom. The battle is not yours. It is mine. I am calling for an immediate halt to the internal noise that has kept you from hearing my instructions. This ceasefire is not just about the enemies outside. It is about the civil war inside of you, the conflict between your faith and your fear. I am speaking peace to the waves of anxiety that have made you feel like you were sinking. Look at me. I am not worried about your situation, so why should you be? I have already seen the outcome, and it is a victory so complete that it will leave you breathless. The struggle to make ends meet, the struggle to be understood, the struggle to heal your own heart, lay it all down at the foot of my throne. I am the great commander of the heavenly host, and I have taken personal interest in your case. From this moment forward, any attack against you is an attack against me. Any barrier placed in your way will have to answer to the fire of my presence. You can stop holding your breath. You can let the tension go from your shoulders. The ceasefire has been signed in the blood of my Son, and the peace I give you is not as the world gives. It is a peace that stands guard over your heart while I settle the score. Those who have been waiting in the shadows for your downfall will be left in utter astonishment. I am setting a table for you in the very presence of your enemies, not so they can mock you, but so they can witness the overwhelming favor I have poured upon you. Those who laughed at your tears will soon marvel at your testimony. I am turning your valley of trouble into a door of hope, and you do not need to lift a finger to prove them wrong. My glory shining upon you will be the only proof required. The ones who whispered that you would never make it, the ones who counted you out as finished, will have to sit in silence as they watch me lift you to heights you never dreamed of. I am not just bringing you out of the fire, I am making you fireproof. When you walk through the remaining embers of this season, the smell of smoke will not even cling to your clothes. People will look at you and wonder how you could be so calm in the midst of the wreckage, and you will simply point to me. Your vindication is not coming from a human court. It is being released from the high court of heaven. I am calling you into a season of deep supernatural stillness. Do not mistake my silence for inactivity. While you are resting, I am working. While you are sleeping, I am rearranging the hearts of people who have the power to help you. While you are worshiping, I am dismantling the strongholds that have held your family captive for generations. This ceasefire is the highest form of spiritual warfare. It is the act of standing still and seeing the salvation of your God. Let go of the how and the when. Let go of the frantic need to check your bank account or your messages every few minutes. I have already declared the end from the beginning, and the end is your triumph. Peace is your portion. Joy is your strength. Acceptance is your atmosphere. From this moment on, your only job is to remain in my shadow, for there is a safety under my wings that the world cannot offer and the enemy cannot penetrate. You are entering a time of sudden life, sudden breakthroughs, sudden healings, and sudden doors opening. Walk with your head held high, for the King has taken over the battle. Accept this ceasefire as a gift of my grace. Do not go back to the battlefield to pick up the weapons of worry and manipulation that you just laid down. When the enemy tries to tempt you back into an old argument or a familiar fear, remind yourself of the decree I have issued today. You are now under my divine protection, and anyone who touches you touches the apple of my eye. The cycles of exhaustion are being broken forever. The patterns of generational defeat are being erased by my hand. I am rewriting your story with the ink of my favor, and the next chapter is titled Victory. You have been a prisoner of hope for long enough. Now you are a victor in truth. Take a deep breath and let the reality of my protection wash over you. The ceasefire is final. The peace is permanent. The miracle is already in motion. My beloved child, I have seen the hidden stress that tightens your chest every time you look at your bank account or see a new bill in the mail. I have watched you calculate and recalculate, trying to make a little go a long way, wondering if you would ever break free from the cycle of just enough or not enough. I have seen the shame you tried to hide when you couldn't provide the way you wanted to, and the silent prayers you whispered when you didn't know how the next month's needs would be met. Hear me now. I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and the gold and silver are mine. I did not create you to live in a constant state of survival or to be a slave to debt and lack. You are a child of the King, and I am beginning a work of restoration in your finances that will go beyond your spreadsheets and your logic. I am shifting the atmosphere of your household from scarcity to abundance, not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. As you lay down the battle of trying to force your own prosperity, I am stepping in as your divine provider. I am the one who can make a way where there is no way. I am the one who can multiply the widow's oil and feed the thousands with a few loaves and fish. I will open doors of opportunity for you that no man can shut, and I will close doors of waste and loss that have been draining your resources. I am speaking to the hearts of people who have the power to help you, and they will feel a divine nudge to favor you. I will bring across your path random connections that turn out to be destiny shifters. I will give you creative ideas in the middle of the night strategies for business and management that will bring a harvest you didn't even plant. You have been fighting for crumbs, but I am preparing to give you the keys to the storehouse. Trust that I am working on your behalf, even when the numbers don't look like they are moving yet. I will open windows in heaven and pour out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. I will provide streams of income in the desert places where you thought nothing could grow. I will fill your empty jars of resource until they run over and bless those around you. I will restore every year and every dollar that the locusts of misfortune and the thief of waste have stolen from you. You have been faithful with the little, and now I am preparing you to be a steward of much. This is not just for your comfort, but so that you can be a river of blessing to others. I am removing the spirit of lack and the poverty mindset that has kept your vision small. I am expanding your territory and giving you the grace to handle the weight of this upcoming provision. The struggle you have known is coming to an end, and a season of divine overflow is beginning to take root. Watch for the signs of my movement in the coming days. You may receive a call out of the blue, an unexpected refund, or a door for a new position that you didn't even apply for. Do not lean on your own understanding. Lean on my faithfulness. The enemy wanted you to stay in the prison of financial fear so that you would be too distracted to fulfill your true purpose. But those bars are being melted by the fire of my love. I am teaching you how to walk in the blessing of the Lord, which makes one rich and adds no sorrow with it. When the provision arrives, remember that it came from my hand. Keep your heart open and your hands ready to give as you become a channel for my goodness. The flow will never stop. Your days of worrying about how much are being replaced by days of wondering what next in my glorious adventure for your life. If you believe that I am your source and that your financial breakthrough is being released from the heavenly realms right now, do not stay silent. This is a moment of agreement between my spirit and your faith. Type "I receive my abundance" or 777 in the comments to signal that you are ready to walk through the doors I am opening. Join this family of believers by liking and subscribing, for there is power in the collective faith of those who know their God is a provider. By clicking that button, you are telling the spirit of lack that it no longer has a place in your life. You are stepping into the stream of my provision, and I promise you the water is rising. The doors are swinging open and the restoration has begun. My beloved, I have seen the way people have whispered your name with judgment in their voices and coldness in their hearts. I was there when you were excluded from the circles you thought you belonged to, and I felt the sting of the rejection that left you wondering what was wrong with you. Hear me now, there is nothing wrong with you. You were simply too big for the small boxes they tried to keep you in. I have allowed certain relationships to wither and die, not to hurt you, but to protect the seed of greatness I have planted within you. Some people were only meant to be a chapter in your story, not the whole book. I have removed the toxic voices and the manipulative spirits because they were the chains holding you back from the soaring heights I have destined for you. Do not mourn the loss of those who were never truly for you. I am the one who prunes the vine so that it can bear more fruit. And though the cutting feels painful now, the harvest of peace that is coming will make you forget the sting of the shears. I am also the God of justice, and I will not allow your integrity to be questioned forever. The time of your hiddenness is coming to an end, and I am preparing a moment of public vindication that will silence every mocking tongue. Those who look down on you, those who treated you as an afterthought, and those who tried to sabotage your progress will soon watch from a distance as I lift you up. I am not doing this so you can gloat, but so that my glory can be seen through your life. Like Joseph emerging from the prison to lead a nation, you are emerging from the pit of misunderstanding to a place of influence. Your character has been tested in the fires of betrayal, and you have come out as pure gold. I am restoring your reputation and giving you a double portion of honor for the shame you endured. Your name will no longer be associated with struggle, but with the favor of the Most High. If you believe that your vindication is coming directly from my throne, type "God is my vindicator" in the comments right now to claim your crown of honor. Even as I remove the old, I am making room for the new. I am bringing destiny helpers into your life, men and women of kingdom character who will see your value and run with your vision. You will no longer have to beg for a seat at the table. I am building a table specifically for you. These new connections will be marked by loyalty, divine alignment, and a mutual love for my spirit. You have walked alone for long enough, and now I am surrounding you with a tribe that will sharpen you and lift you higher. Before we step into the final revelation of the 24-hour sign, join this family of light. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are telling the heavens that you are ready for your new tribe and that you agree with the divine connections I am orchestrating on your behalf. Subscribe now and let this channel be a sanctuary where your soul is fed and your faith is strengthened for the journey ahead. Your social landscape is shifting, and the atmosphere of your relationships is about to become as sweet as honey. The reconciliation you thought was impossible is being whispered into reality by my spirit. I am touching the hearts of estranged family members and softening the pride that has kept you apart for years. Where there was bitterness, I am pouring in oil. Where there was silence, I am bringing a word of peace. I will restore the years that the locusts of misunderstanding have eaten. You will see healing in your household that defies logic. Your children will return, your marriages will be fortified, and your friendships will be tested and found true. I am the God who turns hearts like channels of water, and I am turning everything back toward love. Trust me with the people you love, and trust me with the people who hurt you. I am the master of the human heart, and I am bringing a divine order to your life that will leave you in awe of my goodness. This healing is not just internal, it will be visible to all. Those who once saw you as the one who failed will now see you as the one who was favored. I am putting a new song in your mouth and a new light in your eyes. When you walk into a room, the peace of my presence will precede you, and even your enemies will be at peace with you. This is the reward for your endurance. You did not strike back when you were struck. You did not lie when you were lied about. You kept your heart pure, and now I am showing the world that you are mine. The season of being misunderstood is over. The season of being celebrated has begun. Stand tall and walk in the authority of the Beloved, for your Father has spoken, and my word never returns void. My precious child, the clock in the heavenly realm has marked a turning point. We have walked through the fire, we have identified the battles you must leave behind, and we have declared a ceasefire over your soul. Now I want you to prepare your spirit, because I am going to strengthen your faith with a sign of my nearness. Not a performance for your curiosity, but an anchor for your heart as the harvest begins to form. You have been asking for confirmation, a whisper in the dark that says I'm still here. I haven't missed your tears. I haven't forgotten your name. And I am answering you in a way you can recognize. In the next day or so, be attentive to the details of your ordinary hours. You may notice a divine alignment that lands with unusual clarity, an unexpected message from someone you haven't heard from in a long time. A timely word that meets the exact pressure you've been carrying, a repeated phrase that shows up more than once, a scripture that finds you at the right moment, even a quiet nudge of peace that settles on you while nothing around you has changed. It will not always shout. Sometimes it will whisper, but it will carry the weight of my fingerprint. Too precise to be random, too gentle to be fear. I saw you looking at the mountain of your circumstances and feeling small. I saw that sigh when you looked at your calendar and wondered how you would survive another week of this pressure. But remember what I told my people when they were trapped between the chariots of Egypt and the deep waters of the Red Sea. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Let that be your posture in these hours ahead. You do not need to scramble. You do not need to manipulate. You do not need to rehearse every worst-case scenario to feel prepared. Your assignment is simpler and holier. Stay in expectant stillness. If you notice the sign, don't dismiss it. Pause, breathe, and quietly acknowledge me, Father, I see you. This is not me teasing you with numbers or trapping you in superstition. This is me training your attention back to the secret place, back to the truth that I am not only God of the final breakthrough, but God of the small confirmations that keep you walking when the road is long. The first sign is like the first drop of rain, not the whole storm, but proof the sky has shifted. Not the full miracle yet, but evidence the blockage is breaking and the season is turning. So take a bold step of faith, not to force my hand, but to open yours. Type, I am ready in the comments if you want as a simple witness that your heart is awake and listening. Then go back to your day without chasing it. You don't have to hunt for signs. You have to stay close to me. What is truly mine will find you peacefully, clearly, without panic. This sign is also a marker of your training. You have learned to stop fighting the wrong battles, and now I am showing you what it looks like when I fight the right ones for you. You are being moved from survival to stability, from the waiting room to deeper trust. Everything you have been through, the betrayal, the exhaustion, the financial strain, has not disqualified you. It has prepared you. And when you notice that quiet confirmation, whether it comes through a phone call, an email, a verse, a sentence someone speaks, or a calm that makes no natural sense, let your spirit respond the right way. Not with frantic excitement, but with worship. Thank you, Father. I will not be afraid. Stay in that posture throughout the day. The enemy will try to distract you in these hours because he fears a believer who can rest. Shield your heart with my presence. Keep your eyes forward. I am faithful and I do not lie. I am not late. I am not absent. I am with you, steady, near, and working even in the quiet. My beloved child, that the words I have spoken to you this day are not merely sounds in the air. They are living seeds of destiny that have already taken root in the fertile soil of your spirit. The heavens have been listening to this conversation, and the angels have recorded every sigh of relief and every tear of surrender you have shed. We have reached the threshold of your transformation. The 7 battles that once drained your life force have been exposed and defeated. The ceasefire has been signed. The provision is in motion, and the 24-hour sign is approaching your door like the first light of dawn. I am now placing my royal seal upon your life, a mark of ownership and protection that the enemy cannot penetrate and the world cannot erase. You are walking away from this moment as a different person than the one who started it. The heavy rusted armor of your own striving is gone, replaced by the robe of my righteousness and the oil of my joy. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor in my name. Take a deep breath and feel the weight of this finality. I am sealing your mind against the whispers of the past. I am sealing your heart against the poison of bitterness. I am sealing your hands so that everything you touch from this moment forward will carry the fragrance of my favor. The thief may try to come back to steal the hope I have given you, but he will find a wall of fire surrounding your soul. I have fortified your boundaries and strengthened your gates. You do not need to look back at the wreckage of the previous season, for I am doing a new thing, and even now it is springing forth. Can you not perceive it? The desert of your loneliness is becoming a garden of divine companionship. The wilderness of your lack is becoming a land of milk and honey. This is my covenant with you, and I am a God who keeps his promises unto 1,000 generations. Before you step into the world with this new authority, you must seal this prophecy into your life so that it remains locked in your destiny forever. Do not stay silent for your words. Give life to my promises. Type "I receive God's victory" or "it is done" in the comments right now. By doing this, you are closing the door on the old cycle and bolting it shut with the power of your confession. You are making a public declaration to the spiritual realms that you have accepted my ceasefire and that you are now walking in my triumph. Seal it now, my child, and feel the peace of a finished work settle over your home. Let the world know that the King has spoken and your victory is non-negotiable. As you move forward, remember that you are part of a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. You were never meant to carry this light in isolation. I invite you to officially join this family of believers who are rising up in this hour. If you haven't already, pressed the like button and subscribe to this channel as your final act of commitment to this spiritual journey. By joining us, you are positioning yourself to receive the continuous flow of my revelation. And do not be a reservoir that only holds. Be a vessel that pours out. Share this message with at least one person, a friend, a family member, or a stranger who is currently drowning in the exhaustion you once knew. When you become a conduit for my word to reach others, I make sure that the flow of blessing in your own life never runs dry. Be my hands and my feet, and watch how I multiply your impact. But hear me, my precious one, this is not the end of our journey, but a glorious beginning. There is a deeper level of power that I am ready to entrust to you. Beyond the cessation of these 7 battles, there is a silent weapon of the Spirit, a mystery that has been hidden for ages, designed specifically for the chosen ones to navigate the storms of the end times with absolute dominion. This weapon does not require your words or your strength, but it requires a heart that has been refined in the stillness we have found today. I am preparing to reveal this secret to you in the next step of our walk together. Your training is intensifying because your assignment is growing. Prepare your spirit, for the vocal battle is over, but the silent victory is about to be unveiled. Go now in the power of my might. Walk with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are loved by the Creator of the universe. When you feel the urge to pick up the old weapons of worry or self-defense, remember the ceasefire. When you feel the sting of a new challenge, look for the sign of my presence. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. You are protected, you are provided for, and you are publicly vindicated. The gates of heaven are open, and your life is a testament to my unfailing grace. It is finished. It is settled. It is yours.